Hello guys!
First of all, thank you for 50,000 subscribers.
Awesome!
It's amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you also for all of your questions. So many came in and we have made a big effort to answer them.
Yes.
And since there are so many and this video is really long, we have put in the description box at what time which category starts, so you can go to your most interested category and look from there.
Yes.
And don't forget, at the very end, the lucky draw winner.
Yeah, have fun!
Have fun watching, guys.
My name is Lucia Shimray. My name is Benaya Shimray. My name is Yoel Shimray. I am 11 years old. I am 8 years old. I am 6 years old. We go to a private English medium school. I just studied 5th standard and I'm going to go to 6th standard. I also just studied 3rd and I'm going to 4th. I just started 1st and I'm going to 2nd. My favorite subject in school is, I think it's sports, because I'm so into sports. My favorite subject is also sports because I always love sports. My favorite subject is always sports. And sports, I always love sports. Normally, my classmates treat me normal. Normal? We're friends. We speak German and English. Kadeo-deo. But, you know, we're still learning. No! We're the Shimray boys! Yes! My aim in life is to become a footballer, but you know, some things don't work out. So if that doesn't work out, either I want to be a movie director or an author. I want to be a footballer. If not that, I'll just be at home. I want to be a footballer, and if that doesn't work, I'll just be a restaurant maker. Oh, I'm innocent. Me too. Me too. Both, of course. It was so much fun answering this question. So much fun. Next time you need to ask more very funny questions. It was so fun. Thank you. Thank you.
Pai said that there are a lot of behaviors of me that annoy him, but I'm very kind. There's only one thing that really annoys me. No, the one thing that annoys me, I guess, is when I have to repeatedly ask him to do something that he keeps forgetting. That annoys me. He's doing face palm right now, but that's the truth. I mean, the fact that I've been here for 18 years now, it answers this question. I love India, I love Northeast people. I, really consider it a privilege and a blessing to live here. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, I was born and brought up in Germany. This is a very good one. I think I'm still learning, even after 18 years, still learning to understand and live in this culture. But I think the main thing is you need to have an open mind. That's the main thing. You cannot come into a different culture and try to push your own culture on everyone and on everything. But you need to have an open mind. Don't lose yourself, of course. Be proud of your own culture and your upbringing and all of that. But find a good middle way. And I think because we are a cross-cultural couple, it works well for us. Very honestly, no. I'm just so happy and blessed with my boys, and I absolutely love being a boys' mom. I could have never imagined this, but I absolutely love it, love it, love it. I don't miss anything. I don't want anything. This is the best. I have 3 siblings, 1 older brother, second is me, and then another brother and another sister. Yeah, I mean, initially, I guess, because I left everything behind and came into a very different and new culture. And also, anyone who gets married initially, I think, is, of course, you're in love, but, you find out all the negative things as well, especially in the first year. So it was challenging, but I do have to say, without sounding, overly spiritual, that, you know, faith in God has really helped us, both of us, to stick together and also stick it out in those hard and tough times. One suggestion I would have for you guys is find yourself some mentors or some people that you can walk this journey with, because we didn't really have that in the initial years, and that's why we you know, struggled probably more than we should have. I absolutely love Nagas and Northeast and the culture. You know, it's so nice that we are able to travel there at least once or twice a year, and just, you know, seeing everything, experiencing it. It's amazing. It's really beautiful. And actually, I can't wait to visit the Hornbill Festival. We were planning this year, but probably it's not going to work out. But hopefully next year then, to get more immersed and more exposed to the Naga culture. I'm excited for that. I'm 38 as of now, but turning 39 later this year. And my favorite color is teal.
I am 37 and my favorite color is black. Always
That's
black.
not even
It's
a color.
but that's just the way it is.
There are a lot of things that annoys me, but the one thing that annoys me is when she's super serious. You know, when she's doing something, nothing really matters anymore. She has to finish her thing and she'll not respond to anything, and that really annoys me. Yeah. Other things I can mention, but since you asked me once, I'll just stop with that. Oh yes, I miss my mom and dad a lot. I wish that it's not too far for me to, you know, visit them. That's why we have YouTube. And also I'm interested in just building things with my own hands. And I always say to every friend, I think, and also to my family, that you can do all things. If you put your effort into it, you can do it. And I did not make, that was not perfect, but somehow I managed to do it through the help of YouTube. Being Naga is awesome. Yes, I'm proud to be Naga, proud to be an Indian. Right? If you're passionate about certain things, you make sure that you make time, you make it valuable for yourself. So it's challenging, but at the same time, I enjoy just doing, you know, all of this. Yes, I have 2 older brothers and 1 younger sister. My first school was Angel School, Little Angel School. Being a father is just amazing. I think it's one of the best experience ever. And also, I think being a father made me realize like how good our God is. Until then, I didn't have much revelation about, you know, God being the father. But now that I myself, you know, the father of 3 sons, I really realized like the way God loved, the way God showed grace towards me. So it's awesome. Well, first of all, I did not look out for foreigners, you know, to be my wife, because in the beginning I didn't like foreigners much. But somehow God just, you know, brought my wife into my life, and we became good friends. So my intention to get foreigner was never in my mind in the first place. I just wanted to find the right person. I love Chennai. This is the place I fall in love with my wife. This is the place where we got married. This is the place where we have one of our kids, and I cannot imagine living anywhere else. Like, Chennai is my home, and I love the people here. Love the culture. Oh, my wife is just amazing. She is such a nice person. First of all, she is my help anyway, so whenever she wants to communicate with my parents, I make sure that I'm there for them, and to just translate for them. But you know, she loves my family.
There is actually a vlog that we did where we describe more or less in detail how we met. So vlog 36, check it out.
We had a lot of financial crisis. Yeah.
And we still do sometimes, but you know, I think we have learned to trust God, because in the end there is nothing else. You know, we have to trust God, and our experience is that He has never disappointed us, and He has never left us. He's never let us down. So our reaction is always go to God.
Yes.
That's all we have.
But there's a beautiful thing about just trusting God like this, you know, because when God provides, you really know that it is God. The way you experience God is just amazing. So, yeah.
And it always comes in the right time.
Yes, she's not too late and not too fast.
And not too
Always.
early, yes.
Yes, always on time. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. you know, we met in Chennai,
Yes.
and we always loved this city, and
Yeah.
we never thought of just moving away from here, right? It's a
Yeah.
place of
Love. Yeah, so I'm supposed to kiss you, okay. Yeah. Because he was already here and when we met, I came here.
You
so,
were already here.
Yeah, so it's not like so difficult, I guess.
Oh, we feel good. I think it's a great way for us, you know. I know that there are people who had issue with, you know, marriage and all. And I think one of the thing that helped us a lot is that because this is not my place, this is not my, you know, where I grew up, and also this is not where she grew up. So we
Yeah.
are like adjusting to a new culture where we learn to grow together, which is really nice.
I think it has really helped us so much that this is a third culture that we live in, and we are able to build our own family culture. I think this is something that was really important for us. So it's neither the Tangkhul culture nor the German culture,
It's
but it's
our culture.
It's the Shimray culture. Yes.
The Shimray culture.
Yeah. So that has helped us.
Awesome. Oh, there are so many things I admire about Christine. There's so much. I mean, like, it's like list after list. But the one thing that I really like about Christine is, first of all, like as a mom, she is always watching out for the kids. She's amazing. She's smart. She's just, she go extra mile to help the kids, which is really awesome. And also when it comes to marriage, I think she said what she meant, which is really nice. You know, whatever she felt in her heart, she would say it. So there's nothing like she kept in her heart. So that also helped our marriage like more transparent and help us just move forward. So that's the quality I like.
Thank you.
Well, me?
What I like about Phamei, there's also so much I like about him. It's very hard to say only one, but I mean, I admire very much that he's just willing to do anything.
Really?
Yeah, so like anything that needs to be done, he's willing to do it, and he's also able to do it. How? I don't know sometimes, but he makes it happen all the time. Whether it's something that, you know, breaks down, he'll fix it. Or whether, you know, the cooking needs to be done, he'll cook. Whether it needs to be cleaned up, he'll clean up. If there is shopping to be done, he goes shopping. You know what I mean? Like, just, he always does everything to serve his family. And he's able and very willing to do it, and I like that very much about him.
I think if you have, passionate about something, you always make time. And, you know, sometimes, of course, we are overwhelmed with like so many things with the kids and with, you know, also personal stuff that we have. But I think since we love each other, we always, make time for ourselves. If we don't have, if we didn't have time throughout the day, we have time in the night. You know, either we talk, we scratch each other's back, which is awesome, right? So.
Yeah. I think we also, like, I'm very German in this, I guess, but scheduling your day really helps as well.
Yeah.
Just to know what comes after what, and that's that I like it. I like it that way.
We have a joke about that, so
Yes.
anyway.
Since I've never been married to anyone else but him, I don't really know what it's like to be married to someone from your own culture.
Yeah.
But disadvantage, I think just initially it was very difficult to get all the paperwork together. So that's the only thing. And still, with different passports and things like that, that's sometimes a little bit, difficult when it comes to traveling and things like that. And just keeping up with the paperwork, that's the only disadvantage, I would say. Advantage is so much, because it makes you grow so much, because you really have to question yourself, your behavior, what you're doing, how you're speaking, because it comes across as very different, and then it really helps you to adjust and to better yourself constantly.
Yeah, I'll add on that. Anyway, but first let me say with a disadvantage. I think disadvantage is traveling, because we are international family. We had to go to Germany to make sure that we are connecting with our family there, and also it's not fair to just live here for our kids as well. So we had to travel, so it costs money, and that is also going to my place. Because again, we are living in Chennai, we had to keep flying both sides, and I know it costs a lot of money, but of course God is good. God has been really good to us to provide all of this, but I think that would be the disadvantage, but also advantage is that we get to travel,
Yeah,
you know,
so
like
it's both.
you know, different places, which is really nice. But also, I think being married to an international, you know, wife or spouse is that it really expands your thinking, and also it expands your worldview in terms of, you know, if we only live in Chennai, or if you're married to local, I'm not, you know, trying to disrespect or disregard the people who are married to local, but what I'm trying to say is that when you travel, then it kind of helps you to realize and learn about the culture the other people practice, and
Yeah.
you can always incorporate and also learn from those really good culture, you know, in your
True.
family, and that's why I think that's a huge advantage, I guess. And that's why we have our own, you know, culture in our home. We have the TheShimrays culture, where we learn a little bit from Tangkhul, you know, a little bit from Germany, also friends around the world, and we have our own culture at home,
Yes.
and which is really nice. So I think more advantage.
Then disadvantage.
Yeah.
It's interesting. We got quite a few questions regarding if we ever fight. And to be very honest, if I hear about a couple that never fights, I know something is very wrong, because I think every couple
Yeah.
fights. And so yes, we do fight sometimes. Not much though, I have to say. In initial days, we fought
A
a lot.
lot. Pretty much,
fought a
pretty
lot.
much every day. Not
Yes.
every day, but yeah,
A
very frequent.
Now I don't remember when we last
Yeah,
fought.
I think if at all, we just have this misunderstanding of like certain things to be done, or communicate in a way that it kind of misinterpretation sometimes,
Yeah.
assumption or things like
For
that.
me,
But
it's,
it's not.
yeah, I think
we
when
don't
I
really fight.
when I'm stressed
Yeah.
is when I can be a little bit
Yeah. But
sharp, and
we-
he doesn't like
yeah,
it.
But we don't fight who wins and who is better.
Yeah,
I think we fight because sometimes we are not communicated from both party or something like that. So we are just misunderstand with certain things, and we try to get that right. And sometimes in the process, sometimes we kind of raise our voice, but it is not really
Yeah.
a fight, you know, who wins and who is better. How do we normally resolve our conflicts? Is normally when we come together and we either apologize, not either, but always
We have to,
apologize.
yes, yeah.
And then we also pray together sometimes. And also we just also let it go. We don't hold on to
Yeah.
think what they have done to us. We just learn to calm down. That is number thing for me. I need that to calm down, and then I pray mostly. You know, I pray, then I ask God to help me out, and then we come back and talk. Sometimes the talk can go longer or shorter. It doesn't really matter, but we talk it out. And
Yeah.
then we are close with the chapter and we move forward.
And we don't open that chapter again.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
24.
And I was 25, and we thought we are so mature.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I
And-
thought like I was so ready to get married.
And
So
well, we were ready, but you know, we still had a lot to learn.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I got married at that time, because
Yeah, me
now
too.
I'm looking back and this is so wonderful.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Weakness.
Weakness? We don't
We
have
don't have weakness. I think we already individually shared what annoys us in
Yeah.
each other, so we answered that question.
Yes.
And he's right with what he said about me. So
That's right.
you wanna say something?
Well, secret behind our happiness, we pray. We pray, we trust God, we help each other, and we
Yeah.
love each other.
You know, I'm just reminded of one thing that our senior pastor in Germany said the other day. Somebody asked them for their secret to a happy marriage or to a long-lasting marriage, and her answer was, and I love that, just don't get divorced.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as that.
Yeah. I think, just want to add on that, don't even think of it.
Don't mention it. Don't let that
Don't
be
ever
an
think-
option.
Yeah, never.
As simple as that.
Don't ever, look to that door.
Yeah.
And just continue work on it. And I know that good marriage doesn't happen overnight. It's a hard work, determination,
Yeah.
a lot of forgiveness, walking in humility, and all
Yeah.
of this, and these are all part of the journey, and we have done that, and we are continuing in that journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm very blessed with this guy. That's why it works.
And I'm also. Who's said I love you first? Oh my
Vlog
goodness.
36.
Yes, please.
Come on, guys, watch that vlog.
Yes. But,
But
just to
in-
set a record, I have to say this, right?
Ding 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 ding.
ding. I said it first.
You said it first, yes. But I said it back right away. So.
That's right. But it's not about who said second, it's about who said first.
Yeah, of course.
Honey.
Honey.
Yes,
Yeah,
honey,
it's just
yes.
usually honey.
Yes.
I don't know even
It's-
know how it started, but
But the funny thing about, I have to tell you this, you know, people ask me about the fighting and all, you know, sometimes in the midst of our argument, you know, when you're angry, you would want to say name and things like that. But then in the middle of our argument, I would say honey. It's kind of funny and then you laughed out.
yeah, that's true. Honey,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
honey's our nickname. Yeah.
that's what we call each other. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I had, you know, when I was alone, I had a lot of, you know, work to do, and also I did enjoy, you know, just myself doing a lot of stuff. But then getting married to this wonderful lady, it's a game-changing experience. It just changed my life, everything upside down in a good way.
In a
So,
good way,
yeah.
that's nice. Yeah, for me, I mean, when I settled in Chennai is when I got married. So I didn't really live here long
Yeah.
alone as such. But I just came here for like some trainings and lived in community at that time for a few months at a time. Which was also cool. I think everybody should have that experience, you know, living in community,
Yeah.
because it teaches you so much,
Yes.
you know, like sharing, and you know,
Yeah.
people are using your stuff, and you know,
Yeah.
but there is nothing like being married,
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, you know, one thing I learned is that, you know, if you're not content with as a single,
Yeah.
you're not ready to be married. You should be
Yeah.
content with as you are and happy, complete. And when you're married, even it's a different.
Yeah,
story.
I'm not someone who thinks, you know,
Yeah.
I'm half and then my other half
Completes
comes
you.
and completes me. I mean,
Yeah.
as romantic or whatever that sounds, you complete me and whatnot. I don't believe that, you know. I think only God can complete us, and when God completes us and fills that hole inside of us with His love and grace and mercy, forgiveness, all of that, when we are whole, then only can we meet and marry another whole person, you know, and
Yeah.
together
We are
two
complete.
become one. So
Yeah.
that's the beauty of it.
Yes. Well, many times I felt sad.
Yeah, I
But
also.
you- Yes.
I mean,
But-
I struggle sometimes with
Yes.
feeling sad and overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I think the main thing is that we need to acknowledge it. We should not pretend that we are not,
Yeah.
you know, just because we are Christian or just because, you know, we are, you know, working for God or whatever. We should not pretend, oh, I'm fine, when we are not. That's the number one thing. And then, you know, share. You know, for me, like, I share with Phamei, and usually he checks in with me often, you know, how are you? When he feels that I'm sad or that I'm getting sad or something, he gives me the time to be alone, or, you know, to, you know, be for myself or whatever. And he would also pray for me, and he would help me. And yeah, then I will also make an effort to get out of the sadness by also praying and, sorry, by also just looking at my life, looking at my boys, and remembering, you know, God's goodness in my life over the years. So kind of renewing my mind, you know, shifting my focus from sadness to joy, which I believe is already on the inside of us. It's a fruit of the Spirit. So I believe joy is there for us. We just have to grasp it. And yeah, I would say with the help of my family, I'm able to get out of sadness.
I think it's important, like as you share it, I think it's important that we talk, we share with people.
Yeah.
If we are sad, just be honest about it and let somebody speak over you. You know, if it, not necessarily maybe somebody praying over you, but also let somebody speak into your life and say, hey, you know what, it's gonna be okay. You know, let's look at the other side where, you know, the sadness moment will not be last forever. There's other side where we are going to see better things. So I think it's nice to recognize the problem and share with people, but also look forward for a better future. I think it's important to look for positive. Yeah.
You know,
I have to
what
say,
will you say?
every day is the happiest
Yeah.
moment. I don't want to say like my wedding day is the most happiest moment.
Yeah, we don't
You know,
believe
that
in
was
that.
the beginning of actually the better future.
Yeah.
And I have to say, if I look back today, today is better than yesterday. Day before was great, but today is better.
Yeah.
So every day is a moment.
Yeah, I would also say like we don't believe in wedding being the happiest day of your life or something, because that insinuates that all the consecutive days are not as happy. So we don't believe in that. But we believe every day is the happiest of your life. Of course, there are happy moments, like some more than others. Of course, the 3 births of our children are like right up there, right?
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
think these were the happiest moments,
Yeah.
I would say. But we really make it a point to find joy
Yeah.
every single day as a
Yes.
family.
Yes.
Yeah.
So true. Yeah. Well, for I have 3 sons and they're amazing, and I'm really excited about their future. And we don't decide who and where they get married.
Yeah, and,
They will-
from which culture
Yes.
or country.
That's why we train them today. We train them to do right, to make the good decision, and when
Yeah.
they grow up, they will seek God and they will find the right person that they love.
The main thing for me is that they find a wife who loves God. That is extremely important for me.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. So we
Yes.
are already praying for that.
Yeah.
The boys find that sometimes a little bit funny, but this is
Yeah.
the main thing that I want for them. A
Yeah.
wife who loves God and who loves them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. That is none of your business.
What's past is past.
We move forward.
Check out vlog 41 where we talk about what we do for a living.
That's right. Yeah.
Guys, this is seriously the most asked question
Yes.
in all of the hundreds of questions we got.
Yeah.
My goodness. So our answer is
No!
No way!
we are complete, we are happy,
Happy,
we
yeah.
are blessed,
Yes.
and that's it.
Yes.
The daughters we will have will be our daughter-in-laws.
Daughter-in-law. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Daughter-in-laws. Yeah, sorry, not
So-
daughter-in-law. Yes.
Daughters-in-law.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So we wake up in the morning and we read our Bibles individually, and after our breakfast, together as a family, we watch devotional.
Yes, and right now we are doing the book
Philippians.
of Philippians.
It's the book of joy.
Yes.
So much of joy.
Me!
Right now it's him, yes. In regular school times and all, it's usually either one of us.
Yes.
By alarm, not
Yes.
on our own. Yeah, but right now, lockdown time,
Your
this
way
guy.
first. Well, we kissed everybody. Everybody get kisses every day, and not only once, but many times, right? We kiss
Yes.
them.
Now that they're growing up a little bit, especially this guy, he's maybe not so fond of a lot of kisses anymore, but I still get to kiss him,
Yes.
so that's nice.
Once in a while.
Well, we don't try to cope with the Western culture as such in our house. We do what is right, and I think there's nothing wrong with I think we have a very well balanced. It's not only just that we are doing only the German culture and also not incorporating my culture. I think we are doing both.
As we said before,
Yeah,
in
so-
the couples question,
Yeah.
we do family culture, like Shimray culture,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we don't really emphasize on one culture or the other, but really a mix of
Yeah.
our own,
Yeah.
like just our Shimray, Phamei, Christian boys culture.
Yeah.
I think it's very, very important that we don't compare cultures. I mean, I'm a cultural trainer, so I'm very well aware of culture, and we should not compare
Which one is good?
and which one is bad.
Better.
Yes. We
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
believe in that.
Yeah.
We really make our own culture that works for us. We also sat together, we wrote down what is important for us as family, and we also do that on a continuous basis. We
Yeah.
really craft our own
Yeah.
culture. I think that's very,
Yeah.
very important.
I think so just to clarify, if you don't know, actually we visit more to my place than Germany.
Yeah.
Because we want to really also learn a lot from that side. So we give a lot of importance to the culture where I come from, at the same time also where Christine comes from. So
and we also live in a third culture, so which you know, we get a lot of influence.
With that said, yes, my boys and Christians are struggling with Tangkhul, which is my fault because I don't. It's just hard for me to teach them consistently. So I think that is one of my struggles. But it doesn't mean that they don't know. There are a few words that they already know. Like, do you know Tangkhul? There we go.
So we are learning.
Yes.
We are learning a few words here and there,
and I also don't speak German, so that you know. You know, I mean, I can understand better than they understand Tangkhul, but it's difficult because we live in Chennai. You know, here we do everything in English, and that's why everything we do here is actually in English. Yeah. So. Yes.
Except I'm speaking German.
Yes. So it's not about which culture is better, and it's not about which culture we are taking sides. We don't take any sides.
Right? We have the Shimray culture.
Yeah.
That's what works for us.
Yes. Woo! How do we raise these 3 boys? Amazing.
How do we raise them? What are our principles?
We are very structured in terms of how we train them, and we are very intentional about everything we do. You know, everything we do, we are very intentional. For example, like one of the basic things that we do at home is they help out at home. You know, so they have their own teamwork.
We call it teamwork.
Yes.
Others would call it chores.
But we call it teamwork because we are working together as a team. So everybody will have their own thing. But also, like when we cook, if Christine cooks or I cook, we always take one of the boys to help us out.
Yeah.
And with that, we also teach them. So how we work as team, as you know, in the house, is that everybody does something with an intention of training them, so that they are well capable of taking care of themselves even when they hit crisis.
Yeah. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they had fun. Yes. Well, we want them to be successful. You know, the main thing is that they will find their way, you know, in God, and they would really seek God and find what God wants them to do in their life. And meanwhile, as parents, our job is to pray for them, to encourage them to do best now.
Yeah, for me also, I want them to have a fulfilled life, to follow God all of their lives. That's my main thing, that they follow God all of their lives, and that they find a partner, a spouse who has the same or similar values and follows God as well, and then you know, they will have a good life. Exactly. It's not really like what profession they will do or whatever. That is up to them, you know, they will choose. But we kind of,
direct
you know, form the path or direct them in the way they should go, and with God's help, that's what we do. Yeah? And you guys already shared what you want to do, so.
I think criticism is all based on, you know, why. And I think it's important. Some people criticize because they want to help us grow. So there's a constructive, positive criticism, which is nice. Then we can improve ourselves, you know, and get that, you know, advice. There are other people who criticize a lot about things that they don't know about us, and you know. But the best is just ignore. You know, ignore the criticism, because it doesn't help us if we dwell on those negative, you know, emails or comments that they give us, and we don't really, you know, bother about it. We don't have time to think about it. You know, there's so much to do in life, and so we focus on the positive thing. And at the end of the day, it's not about what people say about who we are. It's about what God says about who we are.
Exactly.
And we are so fulfilled. We are so happy as a team, as a family, and so we think about the positive thing and move forward.
So and that is also what we try to teach the kids, to not really live by what people say about us, because, you know, that's ever shifting. So the main thing is what God says about us, who we are, being sure and secure in that identity. And there are a few people, I would say, that you need to have few people in your life that you allow to speak into your life, that you are accountable to, and for us too. And those people we will listen to. If they criticize us, you know, in the way that Phamei said, then we listen and we make adjustments. But everybody else, you know, these are mostly, we don't get much criticism, I guess, you know, here and there maybe, but let them say, you know, haters gonna hate. So
Yes, and we love them and
Yeah.
we forgive them. That's what we do.
that's all.
Yeah.
Just we don't let it bother us. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much do we love you guys?
To the moon and back.
That's right.
Yes.
How do you deal with computer, mobile games, and everything?
We don't even have phones. We don't even allow to play.
That's right. In our family, we don't allow this.
We don't have
just-
TV at home.
Yeah, we don't have TV. We don't have any kind of gadgets. I don't even know what those are called.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch and
Yeah.
all those. We
Yes.
don't have any of that. Just based on principle, you know,
Yeah.
we've read some scientific articles also that kids below the age of 12 should not have actually screen time.
Yeah.
It's not good for the development of their
the
brain.
Yeah.
So we let the kids play, you know,
Or
with
read.
read or
Yes.
play with, you know, the plentiful toys and things that they have.
Yeah.
And they come up very creatively with a lot of things. So I love to watch them play creatively and freely,
Yeah.
rather than being stuck to mobile phones. So I don't even have any games on my mobile phone. I myself don't play any games.
Yeah.
Neither does Phamei.
Yeah.
So
have
we
time
try
for
to instill that. However, the kids are allowed to watch usually 1 or 2 movies per week, usually on the weekend, on my laptop.
Yeah.
That's it. And of course now in lockdown time, a little bit more here and
Yeah.
there, maybe 3 movies, 4 movies sometimes, but
Yeah.
not all the time.
Yeah.
And that's it, right?
Yeah.
And are you okay with that all?
Yeah.
The kids,
We
but
keep telling to our kids, be kind, be nice.
be obedient. Children obey your parents for
Yes.
that is
The right thing to do.
Yes. Okay.
My favorite family tradition is Shabbat. On Friday it starts. Friday when sunrise goes down, right?
When the
Sunset.
When the sun sets.
Sunset.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did we normally do?
We make a super yummy and best lunch.
Hey.
No, dinner.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
My favorite family tradition is, I think Christmas, because on Christmas Eve, not Christmas, Christmas Eve, 24th of December, we will invite my dad's cousins, so to say our uncles, and then we'll have a big dinner, and then we'll come up here, eat a lot of cookies. There's no limit. And then we open our gifts, and then we just are joyful together. So I like that tradition.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
And
nice.
you, Yoel, what's your favorite family tradition?
Christmas.
Also Christmas? For me, I think it's also Christmas. I really love Christmas, the whole season of Christmas, but especially the family time, eating together,
Yeah.
drinking hot apple cider,
Ooh, nice.
exchanging gifts, just the time together,
Yeah.
family time, yeah.
That's right. For me, birthday. Birthdays are the best because, like, you know, we celebrate as family. Christine mostly, you know, bake cake for us. Like, if it is ours, if it is hers, that's a different story. But you know, like we have this tradition of just doing barbecue together, which is really nice with friends and family. And also, one of the things that I like about it is that we affirm. We say something nice
Yeah.
about that person, which is a really beautiful tradition. So yeah, I enjoy it a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so far we haven't have any idea of where to go. We are happy to call Chennai home.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, we don't know if, you know, if it's God's plan for us to move somewhere, we will. But
Yeah.
as for now, Chennai.
yeah.
And if we move, God will lead us.
Yeah, that's right.
That's correct.
That's right.
Yes.
The thing is, he laughs for his own jokes.
Yes. So I would say there are two
Yeah.
main influences.
Yeah.
One is Dr. Rob Reno and his
Parenting.
parenting workshop.
Yeah. It's available in the
Yeah.
somewhere.
What is
yeah,
it called?
Online.
Visionary
Visionary
parenting.
parenting. Yeah.
Visionary
Which
parenting.
is really awesome.
That is really good.
Yeah.
So we've read the book, we've also done the course. And the second one would be Family Team by Jefferson Bethke and Jeremy Pryor.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They have a couple of online plans as well. And
They have YouTube like every day for
Yeah.
5 minutes.
the
of,
skill of fatherhood,
which is really
fatherhood.
nice. Yeah.
in YouTube you can find it. It's
Yeah.
5-minute videos, so really good. So those would be our main influences.
Yeah.
First the boys answer, and then we will give our little bit
Okay,
information.
okay.
Yeah.
So what I inherited from my good mother is talking.
Okay.
Okay.
From my father. What did I inherit from him? I think sports.
Yeah.
Being
okay.
sporty, yeah, for sure.
And also musical.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Forget that. For me, from my father first, I inherit sarcasm. And from my mother.
What did you inherit from me? I think most people say that he looks a lot like me, or that when I was his age that we look very similar.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
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 Okay?
What I inherit from Papa. Very good question.
Yeah, what did you inherit from Papa?
Cooking.
Cooking, okay. And from me?
Screaming.
Well, I hope that's not true. But I would say, it's very interesting when you see the traits in your kids. So what they say, it's pretty much true, I would say. Anything else you would?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
So, yeah. Because like you can see in everything they do,
Yeah.
they are part of us bit by bit here and there, you know.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
just so nice to see that coming out in them.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's a very simple one. It is our wonderful friend,
Yeah.
Marlena from Germany, who stayed with us when Joel was a few months old. She lived with us for a few months, and when she went back to Germany, she said, hey, why don't you guys start a YouTube channel so that me and others can see what you are up to? And we initially were a bit hesitant, but then we decided to do it.
Yes.
And
That was fun.
this is why we're here. So
Yes.
all credit goes to Marlena.
Yeah. Oof, it's a
No idea.
Yeah, but it's a long journey though, you know.
Yes,
Yeah,
I mean we started about 4 years ago,
Yeah.
but honestly we never expected
Yeah.
that many. So it's all because of you guys. You're
Yes.
awesome. We are so thankful to each one of you for your faithful support.
Yeah.
You are beyond awesome.
Yes. Well, we hardly earn actually anything,
Yeah.
you know, because
It's also, we have to say that initially we didn't even turn on the monetization because we never thought that we will even come to a point where we are able to earn something.
Yeah.
So we turned it on only maybe 2 years ago, if at all.
Yeah.
And it's very less. I just actually checked for the last 28 days what it's estimated. It says about 900 rupees.
Yay!
So
Not $900.
yeah,
Please don't mix up.
900 rupees.
Yeah.
But they don't pay that to you just like
Yeah.
that. It's
Yeah.
You have to accumulate.
Yeah, once it reaches to $100, then they will send it to you to your account.
Yes.
So like as long as you are in the, let's say, $99, they will still not send you. So you have to wait for another month.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like $100 are what, 7,000 rupees.
Yeah.
So we have 900 rupees so far. It's
Yeah.
really not that easy to earn money
Yeah.
with YouTube.
But we are not doing this because of money. We are doing it because it's fun for us as family to.
Yeah.
This is something that we can pass down to our children,
Yeah.
you know, and also to their grandchildren and also the generation to come. But also, we just fun, you know. We
Yeah.
have so much fun of just, you know, video shooting and yeah. It's
And
just
the
fun.
best part
It's a-
is
yeah.
when we look back and see the old videos and how
Yes.
the kids have grown and the things that we experienced together. That's the best part. So
Yeah.
really forgetting about the money. Of course, you know, we are happy if a little bit money comes together. You know, we can, you know, put it to the kids' education. But it's really much less than anyone would expect.
Well, there's 900 rupees.
But we don't get it yet. That's the thing.
Yeah. Because I think it's because of we have children in the video, and
That's what they
yeah,
said,
in the beginning we reach out to them, and then you know, the people who interact with me through chat, they said they cannot reverse back or they could not turn on our comment section. So
Yeah.
that's the way it is. So we are just
It's automatic. I think when we upload a new video, I'm literally sitting with the computer until the comments are turned off so that I can at least respond to
Right,
those
yeah.
first comments before it's disabled. We can't do anything about it. We've reached out to YouTube a few times, but I think it is to protect
minors.
our kids that are in the video.
Yeah.
So even though we feel it's sad that we cannot interact with you under our videos, but we do respect it.
Yeah.
And that's why we moved a lot of our interactions to the community post.
Yeah.
So please meet us there.
Yes.
There we post regular pictures and updates,
Yeah.
and you can comment there.
Yes, and we love to. I mean, we read all the comments, and also we try to respond to everybody.
Yeah.
I think we respond to everybody,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
So, yes, thank you for writing. It's always joy to read them.
It's because we are the Shimrays. That's our last name.
Yep.
And it's about our life, and that's why it's called
Yeah.
The Shimrays. That's the best, I would say.
Yes.
So, just knowing that there are people watching from all over the place, and then specifically also a lot of people from the Northeast, we feel very blessed.
Oh yes.
And it's really nice because we haven't, especially me, I haven't been to all these beautiful places yet. And to know that there are people who support us and who watch our journey as a family, it's
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you
Yes.
guys.
Every support, every likes, and every like greetings like this counts. Like
Yes.
all of them are like it really warms our heart, and it's just amazing.
So much love
Yes,
to the
you
Northeast
guys.
and to all other places.
Yes. Well, when we hit 50K, it was like
It was crazy. It actually happened in the middle of the night, and I was sitting in front of
she won't sleep.
the YouTube just to see when it will hit 50K, and I was so happy because I wanted to take that screenshot of 50,000 straight, because if I miss it, it'll already be more. So that was really, really, really awesome.
Yeah.
And our next target is 100K.
Yeah, and help us share,
Help us
like,
to
subscribe.
get there.
Yes. Be authentic. Be original. Like what you see in YouTube is who we are, and we will always be that way. So that's what I want you to learn. Just be who you are.
Who
Yeah.
God made you to be.
Yes. Favorite Bible verse is Romans 8.
8:31.
If God before you,
Us,
who can be against us? Yes.
Yeah, that's our Bible verse. That's why we got it tattooed on our bodies as well.
Well, we live in a rented house. Yeah.
Yep.
The biggest thing I ever own is this, my family. The biggest thing.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Nothing
the biggest
else.
thing.
We have nothing on earth to brag about.
Yes.
But the one thing I can brag about is my family.
That's true. And God, we have God, we have Him,
Yeah.
and we have each other. I think that's the main thing. And yeah, we don't own any earthly treasures, but
Yeah.
that's okay. That's pretty easy, I would say. I'm not gonna name like the famous ones that have hundreds and thousands and millions of subscribers yet, but
Yeah.
we want to show our support to our friends who are running YouTube channels. So
We also like them. Yeah.
and we like them very much. So the first one that we love is actually Jam.
Yes.
You already know them, and
Yeah.
they are in many of our videos. They are our very good friends here.
And
And,
they're all about family.
Yes,
Right? Yeah.
and they are about family as well and
Yeah.
what they experience here in India. So that's cool. Then another one by my wonderful friend.
It's about food.
It's about food. Their YouTube channel is North Meets South by Satish and Stuti. And Stuti is my longtime best friend. I met her when I first came to India 18 years ago. And she and her husband have started a YouTube channel where she usually cooks and does things. She's from North India, he's from South, so that's really good as well. You can watch that.
Yeah.
Then another one is the Solo family. She is from Manipur and he's from, I think he's
Yeah,
from
from the
Russia,
United-
but they
from the
live
States, yeah.
they live in the US.
Yeah.
They have two beautiful girls, so watch them as well. Then we want to support two of our Tangkhul friends. One is Warchihan Zinkai.
Yeah.
He and his American wife live in Thailand. They have a wonderful YouTube channel as
Yeah.
well. Follow them.
They're awesome.
And finally, our very good friend Sotingam Shaiza.
Yeah.
And he is a beautiful singer, so
Yeah.
check out his channel
Yeah.
as well.
We like him because all of his songs are original.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
right,
Tangkhul songs, so that's nice. I can also learn.
Yeah.
So
Got
check
that.
out these guys.
Yay.
It would be fun to be you for one day.
Yeah.
Just to see, like,
I would also like, you know, sometimes
I don't know.
I had this thought of like trying to go into somebody's brain and just trying to find out what they're thinking, you know, like
Yeah, I guess.
kids and also surely I would like to be Christine
Yeah.
for one day and really learn her thought process.
Yes.
Yeah. that's
One
all.
day might not be enough, but okay. Okay. I would say it all has to do with our faith in Jesus and knowing that He's always with us. He never changes. We can
Yeah.
trust Him. There's this beautiful saying that goes something like this. I don't know what my future holds, but I know who holds my future.
That's right.
And that
Yeah.
gives us
Yeah.
safety, security.
Yeah. And because of that, we can face tomorrow.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, so we put our faith in Him. Yes.
Mm.
But also, I think it's the family thing, though. You know, even we trust God, but also we really create some, you know, action with the family, playing together, and all of those also helps us. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
that's
think it's
true.
again back to family dynamic. You know,
Yeah.
who we are. Yeah.
No.
Follow your dream. Don't let anybody talk you out. If you have a desire to become, to do something in your life, don't let anybody stop you. Just pursue that,
Yeah.
and it will happen. If you take one step, you can go second. If you take second, you can go third. So
Yeah.
that's my advice.
Yeah, and my advice is seek God for everything. Seek God, because only with Him will your life be successful.
That is so spiritual.
I mean it though, I mean
Yes,
it,
that's
yeah.
a good one, yeah. We believe in working hard, and also we love to just work. That's why we have this, you know, family team we have that our boys help out.
So
And-
that goes to say we don't have a maid at home
Yes,
because we are 5 people
Yeah.
living here.
but
So-
what we are trying to learn is also we are teaching our children the value for work.
of hard
Of hard work,
Yes.
because that really helps them in the future. So we are back to training. No,
Yeah.
It's all about
And I
training.
think, you know, if we are creating a mess or, you know, we are, you know, leaving things behind us and somebody always cleans up behind us, we don't like that. And,
Yeah.
you know, we don't grow up like this, neither him nor me, with maid or anything like that. So we don't do, like, I don't want to say we don't believe in it, but we don't have that here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to answer that or me?
Well, you know, to be honest, I've only been to one Northeast
The best-
state. I mean, you know, some stopover, but I've only
Yeah.
been to Manipur, and you know, I really love it. But I would
Yeah.
have to check out all the other places
Yeah.
first. But
Yeah.
if at all, I guess Manipur, like your place,
Yeah.
because
Ukhrul,
that's
definitely.
where we have people, and
Yeah, for me it's Ukhrul. I grew up there, and you know, I miss my place time to time. Just thinking of how I grew up and how we play in the dirt and stuff, and also just missing my family, my parents. You know, so. Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on?
So we have printed out all the names of the giveaway, whoever entered in YouTube, and how many guys or people entered?
About 165, yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you guys so much. I wrote down all of the names, the YouTube names, and now I'm gonna cut them up, put them in the bowl, and we are gonna draw.
Yeah.
Who is going to?
Wait.
That's awesome!
I'm so excited who's gonna be this lucky winner.
Me too, me too, me too. Stay tuned.
All of us are excited. Excited, guys?
Oh, sure.
I think we are more excited than the one who's going to receive, I guess.
I hope not. I hope he or she will be happy.
Whoa!
The time has come for our giveaway.
Yes.
And now we are going to see who the winner is today.
So these are the people who have entered the thing, right?
Everyone who has entered their name.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
So yours is gonna pick.
Yay! Yay, 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 yay! Who is that? watching. It is so much fun.
This long video.
Yes, so much fun going through all the questions and answering you guys. So it's fun.
And picking the winner was also fun.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to send out the gift very soon as this lockdown is over.
Yeah.
And if we still didn't get to answer your question that you sent in, sorry about that. There was just too many.
Yeah.
But we are planning to do something like this again, probably at 100K subscribers. So just keep watching, keep following, keep liking, and suggest our video to many of your friends so that we can reach the 100K soon. Thank you and bye guys.
Yay.